Okay, this is Ancient Sanctuary. We're just starting in the camp in the continent, just to make sure that you guys have upgraded. The curator will have been introduced into this camp. This will be the first one. So you're going to want to make sure, we're not going to go through everything, but make sure you upgrade at least your weapons up to level 3. I personally wouldn't spend the polished chroma catalyst yet because you don't know yet which one you want it on. On the plus side, we will be getting 3 more polished chromas pretty early in the chapter and then coming back out. So you can spend if you want. No harm, no foul, because we'll get a few more. But I personally am waiting. So that's... And then make sure in Expedition that you spend the healing tint that you got for defeating Go Blue. And then spend some of your Colour of Lumina. We will not be gaining a party member in Ancient Sanctuary, but we will in the one after. So I'm not spending all of them. But we are going to be getting a couple of good ones in this chapter. So, okay. Okay, once you've done everything you want to do at the camp, do his journal, listen to some music, do whatever. Go to sleep.
Did Noko tell you anything more about the village, other than red trees everywhere?
Noko...
Chroma is flowing.
I took dead energy off because I forgot about these guys. That's all we got. Got lucky. There we go. Let's use up what we can. Okay, new weapon. Pretty sure. Go. Critical hits, apply burn. I think she might have already had that, and it just upgraded it. I can't remember. I think it's an upgrade to one that we might have already had, but it's a good one to have. Make sure that's equipped. And then... Ancient Sanctuary.
That's a lot of red trees to search.
They must have some sort of track or trail leading to the village.
Wait, I hear something. It might be Nevrons. Be careful, okay?
Okay, we're going to come back to the flag. We're going to get this guy in his spot. Okay, you can only fight him there, but we're going to go over here first.
We can use that.
Energizing jump. We'll go ahead and equip that. And then don't worry about up here. That thing up here, we're going to get that from over there and then exit here. So we'll get that later. All right, I'm going to swap out Energizing break. The thing about Ancient Sanctuary is there are no fights with like minions. You know how usually in chapters there's like a primary and then one or two minions on the side? This chapter is very different. This chapter is primarily a single primary that's rather semi-large. And sometimes there might be a second if you get a catapult guy, but for the most part, they're all singles. So you don't need Pictos or Luminas such as Dead Energy 2. Because it's just, once you kill someone, the round's over. So it's kind of, you're better off using your points on something else other than Dead Energy, which is why I've taken it off. So something like Energizing Break, we're only going to break them once, maybe twice. So I'm going to use this Energizing Jump instead that we just got. Because one of the attacks that more than one of the enemies here uses is a jump attack. So we'll be doing actually a jump counterattack more than once. So we can use that AP points. And then other than that, everybody has augmented attack in the top middle for 7. And then everybody has staggering attack, 50% increase break damage. Augmented is 15% base attack damage. Everyone has dodger, which will get you one. And then some of them have exposing because they're just more expensive. And then depending on the order, I, at this point, cannot control the order that I put my party in. Sometimes it shows up one way, sometimes it shows up another. If I can't get Mael to go after Gustav, I like to have marking shots on Lune because of Mael's per se attack. It does a lot more damage if the party is marked, if your enemy is marked. So while Gustav has marking shot, I'm going to give marking shot to Lune, whereas the others don't have marking shots. Oh, well, he does just because I had extra points. That's why you spend Colour of Lumina. And then because she's going to be hopefully attacking marked enemies, I'm giving her rewarding mark. Other than that, I mean, obviously do what you want to do, but this is just what I've done for me. Okay. All right, let's move you back again. This guy's optional, but he's worth it. Okay, so in the timeline, you can see we're going Lune, Gustav, Mael. So we're going to set him on fire. Oh, actually, hang on. Forgot he had a shield. I'm going to give energy back to her. But I'm not going to get rid of the mark because we're going to leave the mark. I'm going to mark him again. Okay, I actually meant to set him on fire. That's okay.
A storm is coming.
Now we'll set him on fire. Use immolation. Straight up attack because I used all his AP points. Okay, he's going to get some shield back. And then this melee attack I've never been able to... Yeah, but it doesn't do a whole lot, like in the grand scheme of things. Okay, he's on fire. So we are going to switch over to Virtuose Stance. Keep him on fire. Then we're gonna mark him.
Take him down.
Let's spill some ink.
And now we're gonna use per se. He's marked. We're in virtuose stance. And that's gonna finish him off. I like this combat order with Male going after Gustav, but for whatever reason, the game will change this on me in some fights, and I have no control over it. But you can also see we just got polished Chroma Catalyst ×5. So we're actually going to leave and go back to the camp and upgrade at least one weapon. Actually, we're going to... Let me think, because we can get another weapon. Let's get 2 more weapons, and then we'll go back and upgrade before the final in this chapter. That's what we'll do. Yeah, we're going to get 2 more weapons. And then we'll back out and upgrade and then finish the chapter.
Nice.
Okay. Burning mark. Apply burn on hitting a marked enemy. So anything, I might put that on her. Let's change exposing attack. She doesn't do that all that often in this chapter. Another expedition. 33. Others have passed through here. Expeditions, creations, gestrels. Everyone used to pass through here. A place of joy. I miss laughing with everyone. Who are you talking about? Clee... What were their names? Why do I forget? Everything is washed away. The boy has gone silent.
That's a lot of dead Nevrons.
Who did?
I don't see
I
any.
think they mean us.
They must be gestrels. They're cute, but they're idiots.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
Hey, we're not Nevrons!
Okay, he's always going to go first, usually. I'm waiting for the swing. Okay, he is going to go after... He still has a shield on, but we're going to set him on fire, which will go through the shield. It won't do any, like, initial damage, but it'll do the burn stacks. So let's get that started. Swing. Or dodge. Swing. Okay. We're going to start the Lumiere Assault for overcharge. Okay, so he's on fire. So we're going to switch over to Virtuose Stance because he's burning.
Chroma is flowing.
I'll do another fire just to keep it going. Okay, he's going to attack. dodge, dodge, jump, R2. And then that last one. I miss that last one every time. And there's an enemy later on that does that exact same attack, except for that final 5th piece. So I get it wrong like every time. All right, now, Mael is in Virtuo stance, so we're going to do a marking shot. Because we're going to use Per Se. It's increased damage on marked targets. We are also in Virtuo stance, so there's plus 200% damage. Okay, now dodge. And I miss it every time. It's like when he veers back and then the game pauses, goes to slow-mo, that's when you dodge. Trouble is I can't really practice that because it requires killing him like every time. So I'm hit or miss on that. But there's a flag right here, so it's not a big deal. All right, we got the Sakaram, which is a weapon from, I want to say Mael.
Don't worry. We don't want to hurt you, Petank. Noko sent us.
Sakapatate. Oh, no kote ke pate. Oh, hati no kote para que debe Sakapatate.
If you guide us to your village...
Claro, maricón. Okay, Phil. Pero que ni bo Sakapatate. Ni sugama bi de dinacheo.
Guide us to your village and maybe he'll make you something better.
Wait, what are you...
Cheri Sakakipo?
Trust me. I hate liars.
Okay, Phil. Kama vive, leko gami Sakapatate. Y coming on up with you.
You're better with gestrals than humans.
They're less complicated.
Oh, wait, is that Gustive? I thought that was for... Oh, my bad. 122. It's a level 4 physical. Yeah, we'll do it. Ability, agility, and luck. And then the next flag is right here. And I will be right back. Let me spend my points. Okay. Rest it up. Alright, we're going to head north. Towards the bell. And we're going to go right. We're going to get a couple of Pictos. And another weapon. Go right again.
An advantage.
Okay, we're going to avoid fighting this guy. Because a lot of them are avoidable. And they don't all have loot, so...
This will be useful.
Alright, Energizing start. Who do I want to always have? He never has the AP I want him to have. So we're actually going to take Versatile off. And we're going to put Energizing start. And he... Alright, D-pad, work with me. Energizing start, +1 AP on battle starts. We're definitely going to get this mastered as soon as possible. And then when we do... Unfortunately, it's going to cost 10 points to share it with other people, but at least he'll... Because he's the one that's always low for me. He never has as much as I would like. Alright, back out. Alright, where's he? He's over there. And we're going to go into that cave. Here. But we are going to fight this guy because this is the next thing we want. And we get something for fighting him. And I think I just did not get first strike. Oh, we did. Good. Alright, this is a catapult. Oh, curses. Wait for him to, like, stand back up. Because you want 3 shots on his little wheel thing in order to get it.
Let's spill some ink.
What does she have? I'll just do offensive.
Lune, watch out!
Alright, this is a little... You'll hear an audio. And then pause. And then dodge. If you don't dodge when you hear the audio, or parry when you hear the audio, you're going to have to wait like another full second, or you go too early. Alright, I think he's just going to go. Should be able to just get him now. Straight up attacks. See, again, dodge. Right. Dodge. There we go. It's very weird. And like all of them do it. Alright, this is the Lune one that we're definitely going to switch over to for this weapon. It's already a level 4, so we're going to generate a random stain on free shot. And the reason that I want to use this one is because in another battle later on, if this holds true to the other save files that I've been working on, the order of combat's going to change, and I'm going to need her to do the marking for Mayel, which means she's going to be shooting more. But there's also a skill of hers called Mayhem that can break an enemy if she has 4 stains. So we're going to use this weapon for 2 reasons. 1, to generate random stains, and 2, to hopefully mark an enemy for Mayel. So we can do both of those at the same time.
Nice.
And then attack Lifesteal. This is always a good one. I've been putting it on him, but... It's empowering attack. Gain powerful on a base attack. He's not always using base attacks. So instead, we're going to swap out and put Lifesteal, which recovers 15% health on base attack. So since the team tends to get attacked at the same time, you might put it on whoever has the least amount of health, which for me, if I can tell, is actually Mayel, 481. No, actually Lune has the least amount. So let me see. I'll just leave it on him. We'll figure it out later. Okay, so now we're going to head back out to camp, and we're going to upgrade these weapons. So here's what we saw at the start of the chapter. It's a Colour of Lumina. And we're back at the very, very beginning. So we're going to head out, make camp, upgrade the 3 weapons, pretty much, that we just got. 1 in the continent and 2 in the chapter. And then we'll come in and finish the chapter. Okay, down D-pad. Actually, I can't do it while I'm recording because of copyright issues. But I was going to play a record while we did this. But I can't risk the copyright, so just in case. All right, upgrade weapons. So we just got this for Gustav. Let me upgrade hers to start. Random stain on free aim, free shot. Let's do this one. I'm going to upgrade it to level 5. Critical hits apply burn. Level 5. Level 5. So now everyone should have a level 5 weapon. Alright, back to the chapter. Oops. Should be fine. There's nothing I need for this chapter. Oh, I actually meant to fast travel from there. I got distracted. Alright. To the maze. Okay, so now we're going to do the mime. We're going to head back this way. Instead of going right, this time we're going to go left.
Great.
Revive Tint Shard. Now we're going to fight the Lune Mime and get an outfit for Lune. The Baguette for Lune. Okay, we've got the good order. Let's shoot him twice. Her twice. Then we're going to set him on fire. Oh, we got lucky with the shot. Notice how the generating random stains on the right because of the new weapon. We got rid of the last one, and we've set them on fire. Now, the only way to really start doing damage to this thing is to break it. So we're going to start building overcharge for him. Now that the mime is on fire, we're going to switch over to Swift Stride and Virtuose Stance.
Chroma is flowing.
Okay, let's continue to shoot just to generate stains, and we can use Mayhem like next time. Straight up attack. One, two, three. Okay, now we want to mark them. So we use Marking Shot. Because Mael is in Virtuose Stance, then we can use Per Se, and it'll do extra damage because they're marked. Skills, Per Se, deals medium single target physical damage, increased damage to marked, and Virtuose Stance will give us the extra 200. Now, probably will not do as much damage as it will once it's broken, but it should help us get there. Almost 1,000. Still not broken. All right, now let's fill up. Now, unfortunately, Mayhem is 3. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some extra energy because I would only get like 1 next time. So let's make sure she has enough to break on the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, got the last 2. Okay, overcharge is ready to go, which is nice. So this should break her.
For those who come after.
There we go. Okay, she's on fire. So let's go ahead. Let's Let's do a couple of shots just cause she has so many APs. Oh, look at that. We got it marked too. Skills. Get her over into Virtuose stance again because she is burning. Okay, now we can do Mayhem. Consumes all stains to deal high elemental damage. And it can break, but the break bar is like completely empty, so I don't know how this will go. But it should do the high damage. That did way more damage than I thought it would. That didn't happen last time. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we got the baguette for Lune. Excuse me. Head into wardrobe. The bread on the back kills me every time. Oh, it just cracks me up, that bread part. The baguette on the back just cracks me up. Alright, I don't think there's anything else here. There's something over here, but I think in the general clearing. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I missed something. I don't think there's anything over here. Yeah. Alright. Moving on. Colour of Lumina. Chroma.
These things
And then
are
here,
How do they even stand?
note this little blue statue thing. We're actually going to go left solely to get your bearings. We go left and around. Avoid that guy. This is the fallen tree and the cave. So we'll go ahead and rest. So this is the Sanctuary Maze flag again. We're back here. There's the bell. Now everybody else in here, except for one, is going to be optional. And quite frankly, we're going to be avoiding all of them because they are avoidable. This is a ranger guy. He has some of the same skill sets as this robust guy that we fought earlier. There's nothing in this clearing except one of those rocks that has the light blue stains through it that we haven't learned how to deal with yet. So there's no reason to be in there. And then here we're going to stay on the left. Hang on, we got to get through this. Go behind the catapult. Go left.
Ugh,
Okay. Now,
place is
those things,
confusing.
we haven't learned how to deal with
They
those
built
yet.
it to make their village harder to find.
One of these is what's in that clearing where the ranger was. So there's really no reason for us to go in there right now or fight him. So it's completely optional. As far as this area goes, I have not been here yet. I have not been able to find it. And I'm assuming it has to do with whatever these are. Because there's, you know, a grapple here and then like some climbing stuff. But I haven't been able to get in here. So if you can get in here from Ancient Sanctuary without dealing with those yet, let me know. Because I couldn't figure out how to get over there. Okay. Now, we're going to avoid him as well because he's another robust guy, just like the first one we fought. So, I mean, feel free to fight him if you'd like, but he is avoidable, so we're going to avoid him. Alright, in the second room, we're going to get a healing tint.
Nice.
Healing tint shard. And then this is the robust guy's room. And we're going to go this way. And he might follow you in here if he's like this far over. You can hear him running. Let me get behind here first, because he does lose like sight of you. Okay. So you have a journal.
63rd. Damn yeah. Damn it. I can't believe we crashed into this. Whatever this massive thing is. So much for Gerald's vaunted reinforced front plates. I can't believe we have to abandon the cars already. We're nowhere close to the paintress. I'll definitely have a concussion. I could have sworn I saw some gestrels running out of that thing. I'm definitely hallucinating. Damn it, Hector. I told you to slow down!
That voice, that guy's voice sounds so familiar to me, but I watch so much BritBox that it's probably just this generic, you know, English actor. I just think he sounds so familiar. Alright, there's a paint cage over there that we can get to from a different room. But the locks are in here. So there's one. There's two. And then the third one's in here. You can sort of see it glowing. There it goes. There's three. So it's up there, but we can't get to it from this room. I think that's everything in here. Alright. So we're going to stay on the left. Alright, his back is to us. So we're going to stay left. Run and jump.
We can use that.
Chroma Elixir shard. So now over on the right, you can see we have the ability to hold up to 3 of them. Okay, then this is the lock room where the journal was again. Okay, I'm gonna go this way just to show you this is the cliff area again. This is the cliff. That's where we started. All these 3 rooms sort of connect. So we're gonna go right by the lanterns. Okay, this just generates a shortcut. I'm pretty sure there was nothing. This little alcove looked like I might have missed something, but I don't see anything. Alright. That's that blue statue. We came from over there. Alright, last flag before the ultimate fight of the chapter. Let's make sure we rest. Give me a second to check my stuff. I don't think we're going to swap anything around, but...
Zombie alerte! Ultimate weapon! Tava humano. Bogi bogi, ultimate Sakapatate. Ebo kobo, fighto.
They sound like kids.
We must be getting close to the village.
Kinda looks the same as all the others.
Hey, don't get cocky, Maya. Look at its equipment. That looks a lot more dangerous than the others. No, seriously.
Okay.
Lune, watch out!
Dodge, dodge, jump, counter, no final fifth smackdown. So that's the attack, very similar to the robust guy that we fought. It just doesn't have the last hit. Okay, so now we have the good order. We've got Lune, Gustive, and Mael. I don't know how to force this because I have another file that goes in a different order and I cannot get this order back. But if you can manage to get this order, this is the best order in my opinion. So we're going to set them on fire to start. And for him, we're going to start building up overcharge. And then we're going to move her over into Virtuose stance using Swift Stride. Okay. Dodge, dodge, jump, counter. He does seem to go like 4 times in a row though, so be aware of that. And sometimes when he does his shield, he'll fire. When he fires his cannons, you're going to want to choose your superior dodge when he hits fire, not after. So you're going to have to start guessing, which is fine because it's consistent. So it's like fire, fire, fire. Like they're well spaced. They're equally spaced. But you have to hit it when he says fire, or you'll be too late. Okay, she has a couple of extras, so let's start generating some random stains. And then just a straight up attack. Now, because Mael is in Virtuose stance, we are going to mark him. And then she is going to use the per se. Not been broken yet, so not entirely sure how much this will do, but it usually does pretty good. It's almost 3,000. That's why this is the best order ever. Here. Dodge. 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 Okay, he is ready to break, and we have 4 random stains thanks to the weapon that we are using. So we're going to go with Mayhem, and we're going to consume all of the stains. It is going to break him, which is going to be good. So which is interesting that same attack did like 3,000 damage on that mod. Didn't do as much on this one. Okay, now that his shield is down, we're going to shoot his shoulder, and we're going to get rid of that thing. Usually, it only takes 3 shots, and I don't think I missed one. But Overcharge is ready to go, and I don't have any AP. All right, we'll save that up for next time. We'll get some energy tint.
This will hurt.
Okay, he is marked. We're not in Virtuose stance, but he is marked, so we're going to take advantage of it. 2,500, not bad.
A storm is coming.
No longer stunned. See, I should have shot him. I should have shot him, and I didn't do it, and that is my fault. I should have shot him with Mael before we did that. That's unfortunate. All right. We'll just go ahead and set him on fire. We're close to the end. We're okay.
You
Okay, we have Overcharge ready for us, so hopefully this will finish him off.
For those who come after.
Wow. Did like... Dodge. 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 I can't... Dodge. 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 I cannot believe Overcharge did so little. That's insane. Alright, let's... There we go. Shot him. Got that shoulder. Once he drops his shield, you're gonna want to hit that shoulder. And I did, but I clearly missed that first time. Because it really should only take about 3 good solid shots. So, alright. So we got the Breaker, Picto, and more polished Chroma Catalyst for upgrades for the weapons. So the Breaker, we will look at it after the cutscene.
Chef.
Okay, Breaker. Actually, let's put it on Lune, since she actually does some breaking. Actually, let's replace Staggering Attack. Staggering Attack's really cheap to get in Lumina's. 25% increased break damage. So this is definitely one that we're going to want to master. It is 10 points to share with other people, for other people to use. But could be worth it. I'm sure we're coming across a lot more Colour of Luminas. Okay, now before we head that way... Colour of Lumina. Speaking of Colour of Lumina. Okay, there's the bell.
Great.
It's an energy tint shard, rather. So we've gotten a revive, an energy, and a healing this chapter. And then stun boost. %30 increased damage on stunned targets. Get that mastered.
Interesting.
Okay, let's head into camp. So we have 6 more Chroma Catalysts from that chapter. So if you want to upgrade to level 6 and stuff like that, you're welcome to do that here, obviously. And then I don't think we picked up a ton more... Oh, we have 11. We will be getting a new party member in the Gestral Village, so keep that in mind when spending your Colour of Lumina at the end of this chapter, because you might want to save up so that to make sure. There is no... I mean, there is some combat in the Gestral Village, but nothing on the level that we just did. So I wouldn't worry about needing more at this moment. I personally am leaving them in the bucket so that when the next party member joins, I can make sure they're all even and they all have enough. So, all right. So that is Ancient Sanctuary, and there you go.